All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while, but finally got some free time. The boys are out playing with their friends. The wife is out playing soccer, and I got nothing else to do. So guess what? We're gonna do some farming. Actually, I believe. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's pick up some bales. Oh boy, there is a lot out there. All right, we'll start with these guys up here. I don't know how we're gonna pick them all up. Could you imagine having to do all this with a forklift? Oh, look at that. We got one sitting in the middle of the road. Okay, we just drive around in circles, picking up what we can, stacking them somewhere on the side. Because I don't think we have enough to buy a hay bale storage unit yet. Oh, wow, there is a lot of them. I want to say there was 50 something of them out here. I do believe that we can fit two more. Alright, and there we go. Okay, let's get some more. I gotta figure out the best time to sell them. I just want to get them off the grass because it's almost time to cut the grass. I think next month the grass will be ready. I'd love to get rid of these freaking bushes, but I think what we're gonna have to do is get a much bigger trailer. Or a second one. Because this is gonna take forever. Oop, oop. Looks like we could fit two more. Alright, that'll complete this row. Oop, I just drove over a tree. Okay, so we're not going to be able to keep them there for too long. I didn't realize it's where I parked the trees. Not parked the trees, planted the trees. Oh my goodness. But this should give us a decent amount of money when it's time to sell. Which I think was last month or January, some crap like that. I don't know. But keep an eye on it. See when can make some good money off of it. It might be all of it. Do a quick lap and make sure. Yeah, it's looking like all of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this row here because it's not a complete row. Might be enough to fill up this one. There we go. So we got 3 trips worth of bales. Okay, we gotta stop going this way. These trees are gonna come in soon. Alright, let's go get some lumber for the sawmill. If I remember correctly, it's this way. And then down this way. I don't remember if we left any here. No. Alright. Yeah, I really wish you could walk faster with the chainsaw. Run, maybe. I think 5 trees will fill it, if I remember correctly. There should be one more right here. Oh, there we go. We'll do 6. Some de-limbing. don't know what I have it set at. 5. Probably bring it up to like 8. I just don't remember how to size it up. It's something stupid too. Um, yeah, I don't remember how to do it. Or do I have to be looking at the log? Yeah, I don't remember. It's some stupid freaking combination of buttons. I can never remember what it is, so. Oh, right, I remember. Length, okay, Z. Yeah, we'll bring it to 8. See how that works. Alright. Okay. 8 we should be able to fit onto the trailer. I think the trailer is like 10. I really hope it fits. If it doesn't, we'll have to hand load it. Yep. How's everybody's week going so far? It's been a little crazy as usual, but what else is new? It's baseball season. We have the Long Island Ducks game coming up this week, this Friday. We set it up to where the kids can go out on the field before the game, have a catch, and then they're out on the field for the national anthem. And it's a fun day for the kids. Unfortunately, neither of mine are going to be there. My youngest is going to Boston on Friday for the school trip. My oldest has a baseball game for the school. So I'll be missing that game. But they were supposed to play today, both of them. but it got rained out. It's beautiful out right now, but the fields were wet enough to where they had to cancel. It's a shame because right now it is beautiful out. We were just outside working on the garden. And the dog keeps finding her way into my son's garden. And this morning she decided to find her way in and dig. So we had to build a makeshift barrier around it. Use some driftwood so it looks nice, but yeah, dog's a pain in the butt. She finds her way in. Where's the next cut line? I just want to get some lumber over to the lumber yard so it can keep producing. Because that's going to be a pretty big source of money for us. Until we can get a harvester and start planting real crops. Wow, we done all the trees already? Okay. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm going to do this video in 2 pieces. I'll record today and then trying to think, we got practice tomorrow night. And yeah, so she'll probably get a recording in today and then maybe one tomorrow night. And then I'll piece them together. Yeah, come on. Do you not want to load? Yeah, I probably should have tested this out first before we went ahead. Cut them all. Hopefully we can fit them all on. I don't see why not. But these two are a different size, I think. I don't think it'll mismatch sizes. Because this last one, I think I cut it 5. And I don't think it'll take odd sizes. I think they all have to be the same size. I could be wrong. It's been known to happen. Okay, I will take it. Alright, let's get this over to the lumber yard. So the 8s, seem to be pretty good. Might even be able to go as far as 9. But the 8s seem to be a good size. Where does that road go? I might go down to another patch. I can't see anything because of the fog, though. Can't do anything over here because we have all the trees planted there. Which I can't wait till they come in, because then we can really do some good. Alright, let's get this trailer straight. Go. It should be shift and bracket. There we go. I hate this trailer because of the independent suspension in the front. It just makes it a pain in the butt. Alright, let's see how these guys are doing. These are looking good. They grew a little bit, because these were the ones that were really tiny. But those are the only ones that grew. Oh boy. And these grew. Oh, no, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot that we had a couple pallets of the bigger ones. And that's why those are bigger. Okay, yeah, see, these guys are the little saplings. They take forever to freaking grow. But at least we have stock now. We'll have a nice little wooded area here. We'll set up a, like a winch. You gotta remember not to plant too many trees back there, though. Alright. Let's, I just want to go get those stumps ground down. If I don't do it now, I'm thinking about it. Otherwise I won't do it. I'll forget all about it. It won't get done. Missed the turn. So I do believe it's here, and then the next left. And here they are. Okay. that's it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, the amount of wood we dropped off isn't much, but it should be enough to keep the sawmill going for a day. Maybe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Outright rolling. Didn't I buy the roller? Do believe I did. If I remember correctly, I did. There it is. Roll both these fields. I mean, you'd think the roller would make a little bit more noise. Or at least make it look different, so you know you hit that spot. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe going to cut another field. Create another field. And then, worst comes to worst, we can lease a harvester. Just gotta get some good money coming in. It's gonna take a while to break the field down anyway, so. But I want to do a decent sized field too. Maybe that's what we'll do today. While we're waiting for this field to grow. Track it down with the lawnmower first and see how it looks. It sounds like a plan. It's gonna take forever to freaking rip it up, but just because the plow we have, the tractors we have aren't all the best, but make it work. just gotta make it work. Even if we wanted to buy another big tractor, we couldn't afford it. Not with the $163,000 I have. Yeah, I think it wanted me to do 2 headlands, but with the size of this, one's enough. Oh, God. Almost time for me to start cooking dinner. Yeah, everybody's going to be home at 6, and they're going to expect dinner, so I'm going to get that started in a couple minutes, but if I can get this field done and the next field rolled, I'll be happy. There we go. Maybe. Put it out there, but like I gotta mark where I have trees, because I don't want the field to go into the trees. And I want to round it the best I can. Yeah, I like having the corners round, this way when you're using the steering assist, you get around faster. It's probably not the most efficient, but yeah, I already did this path, but I want to get down here to the bottom so I can see. My next track. That one bush right there is going to drive me crazy. Yeah, it ain't going to be perfect. I'm not going for perfect. Just trying to get more yield out of this. Oh, come on. I really got to get a bigger tractor. After we get a harvester, they're gonna have to get another tractor. Maybe sell off the pickup and sell off the red tractor and just get a larger tractor. Just need something with a little bit more oomph or balls to get the job done. Sorry. Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying their spring so far. Here in New York, the weather it's either beautiful out or freezing. Right, we planted our garden. I want to say last weekend we planted it. We lost cucumbers and eggplant because the day after we planted, it dropped down and we had frosts, and then the following night we had freeze warning. So all that work gone because the temperature just dropped, and then it was cold all week. We're out there. I'm on the field. Got 5 days a week, easy, because my both my kids play, like you guys know, but also my youngest has also been umpiring for me on Tuesdays for the younger kids. I mean, he's 14, so he's umpiring the 7/8s. He likes it. You know, it took him a game or two to get used to it and start having fun with it, but so I'm out there. That's Tuesdays and Fridays. He umps for me for the 7/8s because those are the days they play, and then Mondays is usually his practice night with me, and Thursday he has. Sorry, really sorry about that. Thursday he has his private trainer for his travel team or tournament team, whatever they want to call themselves. And then Friday, more umping, and then Saturday, more personal training. Sundays are usually game days. Yeah, it's a lot of time on the field. And then Sundays, he's usually got a game in the morning. My older son's got a game in the afternoon. 2 weeks ago, they lined up perfect to where one ended, the next one started, and they were on the same field. So it was perfect. I really, really couldn't complain about that. The younger team lost. My older son's team won. But the younger team is all Little League. Well, not all Little League. I got a couple kids from my tournament team are on it, but for spring they play with the Little League. And for Little League, it's a 13U travel that Little League team. Sorry. So I got to take everybody. And there's no cuts. We take everybody, and we are still at the age of 13, 14, still getting kids that have never played baseball before. So it makes the season a little rough. But they also, enjoy the game, and they try their hardest, and that's all I could ask of them. I keep telling them I don't care if you strike. I just, go down swinging. That's my biggest issue is these travel coaches that teach their kids to sit there and wait, pray for a walk. Half the teams we play that are travel teams, that because we have to play out of district because now they're older, so there's not enough teams in our home Little League. We play out of district Little League, so we're playing against all the other towns in the district. But then also district president's an annoying person. And he invites travel teams to play, and he covers it by saying that it's the Spring Invitational. We know it's supposed to be just Little League. We get travel teams in there, and you see these players, they see they're going up against a Little League team. The players don't even take their bats off their shoulders. They just sit there and wait for the walk. Now, it's annoying, but my kids, they swing away. They foul off more than they hit, but they swing. And that's all I want them to do is just swing, not to sit there and wait for the walk, because the umpire is gonna, call more balls than strikes. It's annoying, but it's what it is. It's for 13U. You can't have a tight strike zone. Varsity level, junior varsity. When you get up into high school, yeah, it should be a tighter level. But 13, 14, the strike zone does not need to be that tight. Widen it up a bit. And then, the games will be more fun. But because you got such a tight strike zone, the travel kids know just to sit there, because a Little League kid is gonna, some of the Little League kids are struggling to hit that strike zone. Unless they are seeing a personal trainer or a private trainer, or on a travel team, or they work their butts off to, get their accuracy good. Which, I tell all my pitchers I prefer accuracy over speed, so put it over the plate, let them hit it, let the fielders do the work. I don't think I'm going to wait for this freaking tank to fill up all the way. I didn't realize how much gas it took. We're only halfway there. I hope you guys are liking the videos. I'm sorry there was a huge gap between. I posted that one, this morning, I think. I posted episode 9 this morning. So there was a 2-week gap between 8 and 9. I'm really sorry about that. I just had no time whatsoever. I had it recorded, I just didn't have a time to sit down and edit it. So it's a little choppy, and because it was recorded at 3 different times, it's 3 different segments that I blended together to make the one. It's just every time I get started, something comes up, I gotta stop. Work is also picking up. I had to go to the city this morning to do an emergency service call. Get back from that, bring my son to get his haircut, get back from that. We did some gardening, and now I'm sitting down doing this. I guess we are going to fill the tank. But what I'm going to try to do is, if I can sit down tonight. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Sit down tonight, I'll try to record a couple hours worth of footage, and then edit and get as many out as possible during the week. That's as long as I don't fall asleep after dinner. Yeah, me and my kids have been playing Minecraft. We found a Skyblock server that we've been playing. It's another YouTuber I watch, Neo the Cutest. He's got a rainy day Skyblock server that we've been playing on. And yeah, the kids are loving it. It's actually, I didn't think I would like playing on a Skyblock server, but it's actually pretty cool. But that's, I'm on it for 10 minutes here and there, in between everything that, and I can log into it on my phone. So when I'm at his private training with his other coach, I can jump on and play for a couple minutes to pass the time. If I could do that with this game, I'd get a lot more videos out. Alright, so now we don't have to go back. Yes. Oh my. Man, I am so sorry. So now we don't have to go back to the store yard or anything for a bit until we're ready to start selling stuff. I really want to kind of pave a road to this area over here, but no. It's a nice chunk of trees still left. Alright, I think I'm going to put this like over here. Yeah, okay, because then I can just pull up to it, refuel. Alright, that works. Alright, guys, gonna step away to make some dinner, and hopefully I'll be back in a little bit.